All right, thanks everyone. I'll just get it going then. So vehicles are often described as computers on wheels, but as cars become connected, they are more than just digital processors. They are also now nodes in a broader network of information and finance. By analyzing the emerging political economy of connected vehicles, we show that cars are not only connected in the digital sense, but also through their deep entanglements with a broad industrial complex of risk governance that oversees people's everyday lives and underlies decisions about their life chances. We argue that connected vehicles and the mobility futures they are crucial to constructing are now being designed to facilitate these powerful practices of risk governance. Before I move ahead, a quick note about my focus today. So the paper that Emma and I have outlined will explore the politics of risk in connected vehicles through two case studies that pull together seemingly different implications of this surveillance technology into one critical framework. First is their use in the insurance industry and behavioral analytics, which is my area of research. And second is their use to facilitate gendered violence and domestic abuse, which is Emma's area of research. And coincidentally, Emma is presenting her case study at a symposium this afternoon in Melbourne. So there's a real kind of kismet happening here. But I'm only going to give you a quick sense of our first case study of my work. There we go. All right. The car itself is not the only thing moving at high velocity. So too is the information it's helping capture and share. Did you accelerate too quickly or brake too hard? Do you often drive at night? Do you regularly cruise through risky neighborhoods or unsafe intersections? Well, those driving events, along with all other data about your car's operations, are recorded and sent straight to manufacturers, who then share it with trusted third parties, including data brokers and analytics firms like LexisNexis, which secretly collate driver data and create risk scores that assess individual drivers. These risk analytics are then often sold to insurance companies who use this data in both individual and aggregate form to make more personalized and dynamic decisions about premium pricing, policy conditions, claims handling, and marketing strategies. And connected vehicles are a crucial linchpin for advancing a major strategy in the industry called behavioral insurance, which focuses on capturing risk data about consumer behavior and treating it as a key source of value that insurers can unlock by accurately assessing and analyzing this data, directly factoring behavioral data into the insurance value chain, all while working toward the holy grail of insurance, actively and directly changing how consumers behave so they are less risky and thus more profitable. People in the industry regularly refer to insurers as guardian angels or active life partners that watch over consumers and intervene to protect them from risk and guide them down a safer path. Now insurers and their partners in the tech industry see machine learning and automated systems as a giant leap in activating the true power of behavioral data, predictive analytics, and real-time interventions. Earlier this year, I published an article about the moral economy of these systems in the context of health and life insurance with Kelly Lewis and Sophia Bednarz. But connected vehicles and car insurance is arguably an even bigger market for these technologies and strategies. Consider one of the leading companies in this market, Arity, which is a mobility data and predictive analytics company founded by Allstate, one of America's largest general insurers. Arity was founded as an independent company, though, so it sells its services to the whole market, not just to Allstate. Arity captures a massive amount of data from, according to their numbers, 40 million connected devices in the United States at a rate of 1.2 billion miles per day. Arity also claims to have the largest database of vehicle telematics information, which they primarily gather via data sharing agreements with a wide range of popular third-party smartphone apps. The information Arity captures includes the device's location, time, accelerometer, and other personal data about drivers, which is typically captured without their knowledge. When I interviewed a product manager for Arity, he told me that they have granular mobility data at the level of individual streets and intersections in cities. Arity can then assess how risky a certain intersection is at different times on different days. This is enormously valuable data for traffic planning and road safety, but it is also enormously valuable data for insurers, Arity's primary customer, who want to know if specific drivers are regularly driving on risky streets or intersections. One of Arity's premier products is a hidden driving score it has created for almost every driver in the United States based on all the personal behavioral data that Arity captures and processes. This driving score is not accessible to the public. Indeed, its existence is little known outside the industry, but it is used by insurers to inform their decisions about marketing, underwriting, and other forms of risk segmentation. Arity recently published a case study that promotes the power and value of their predictive mobility data. Here, Arity is demonstrating how the forms of risk analytics and personalized targeting that they created for car insurance can be applied to other industries and other purposes to generate other forms of revenue. In this case study, Arity shows how they were able to track how many drivers passed the location of an unnamed retailer in a major metropolitan area. Each teal dot is a driver that passed but did not stop at one of the store's locations, which are the yellow dots. Arity's analysis tracked the drivers who drove by a retailer's location at similar times of day while on their way to a different place. So you can imagine that they are effectively tracking a person's commute from home to work and vice versa. And this is demonstrated in the GIF on top, quite explicitly with the house emoji there. Arity's goal is to encourage those drivers to stop at the retailer's location during their normal routine by sending potential customers personalized ads via a mobile app right before they leave home and right before they head back home. This personalized targeting scenario is shown in the bottom GIF. In this case, it's again not hard to imagine how possessing this kind of data about everyday habits and having the ability to nudge people at precise points in their daily routines would also be extremely valuable for companies in the business of behavioral analytics. This case study of targeted advertising is not disconnected from the insurance industry or risk governance. Both advertising and insurance are founded on similar actuarial techniques for creating market segments, sorting people into categories, and optimizing for chosen parameters. Advertisers and insurers might have different goals, but risk analytics companies like Arity and LexisNexis recognize that technologies like connected vehicles are key enablers for advancing their shared interests in more precise, more predictive, and more profitable forms of data power. And I'll leave things there for questions. Thanks.